In the bustling city of Eldoria, where towering skyscrapers cut through the misty skyline, lived a man named Vincent Kane. By day, Vincent was a nondescript figure working as an archivist in the Grand Eldoria Public Library. His life was defined by routine, cataloging ancient tomes, sipping on brewed coffee, and offering gentle smiles to occasional visitors. However, beneath this mundane facade lay a secret that no one knew. Vincent possessed a power, a dark and unfathomable energy that whispered like shadows in his veins. This power, a remnant of an ancient pact made by ancestors long forgotten, allowed him to manipulate the very essence of darkness, channeling it to bend shadows to his will. Though his power was formidable enough to rival any villainous mastermind, Vincent chose a path of discretion. He was haunted by the fear of what might happen if his secret was discovered, not to him, but to the world that might perceive him as a threat rather than a savior. Eldoria was not free from corruption. A notorious syndicate named the Gloom had been plaguing the city, engaging in unspeakable crimes under the cover of darkness. Led by a cruel figure known only as the Phantom, the Gloom was untouchable by ordinary law enforcers. One night, fate intervened as Vincent, making his usual rounds through the dimly lit alleys, stumbled upon a plot that threatened hundreds of lives. The Gloom planned to release a toxin into the city's water supply. Vincent, knowing he couldn't risk alerting authorities without giving away his secret, stood alone, a shadow against shadows. As the Gloom operatives gathered near the city's main reservoir, Vincent stepped out from the obscurity. Embracing his power, the darkness writhed around him, forming tendrils of shadow that crept along the cold ground. The alley lights flickered ominously, casting an ethereal glow over the surreal spectacle unfolding. Vincent fought bravely, using his powers to disarm and disorient the criminals, each shadow strike deftly calculated. The operatives were left bewildered, battling against a foe they couldn't see. When the moon settled high above, bathing the city in silvery light, it was Vincent who stood victorious. The evil was thwarted, the toxin neutralized, leaving no trace of the Phantom's wicked scheme. In the aftermath, Vincent returned to his routine, an invisible guardian in a world unaware of his vigil. He gazed at the cityscape with a quiet resolve, knowing he'd remain in the shadows, ready to fight the darkness in whatever form it may come. For Vincent Kane, the enigma of shadows was not a burden, but a calling, a solitary battle for justice shrouded in secrecy.